Yes, over to you, what you say.
Good morning. Good. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Please continue.
Yeah. Good morning to every one of you. And today's topic is really very important and very dear to my heart. From the Sikh perspective, I will take this one. What is spiritualization and why we need to mind to be spiritualized for its health and what we can say well-being and other things. It's very clearly brought in the Sri Guru Granth Sahib that whatever we do, a man has to remain in what we call a Charji Kala, always in the high spirit. And this is the state of eternal so-called optimism, high spirit, and joy even during the severe adversities or the hardship. It is ascending energy or a rising spirit representing a mental state free from fear, jealousy, and you can say it negativity. And it is deeply rooted in the uh, unwavering faith in the gods. And that's what the spirituality basically means. It is also brought out very clearly on this one that Tesa Man, Tesa Tan. Because the mind is the one which really dictates the body to do any action. So it is all depends upon the what type of directions come. So if the mind is spiritualized with this high spirit, then naturally your deeds and your action in these words also will be accordingly. And that's why it is nearly no doubt about this that the mind is a very vibrating one. It does not stay at one place, it wanders here and there. But what is required in the God's knowledge of through the divinity, it is given the right direction to work. That's why, because this so-called stillness or the vibrating mind, it is actually giving that is a life. Otherwise, it is something equivalent of death. So it has to be active, it has to be alive. And for that, we need to control man. If the mind is controlled by the spirituality, naturally it will go in a right direction. So it has to be bring to the what we say the concept of a contentment, and also we can say it should remain composed. Then only and that's why it is very clearly brought that man jeete jag jeet. If we can conquer the mind, we can conquer the world. We can achieve whatever we want in this life. So this is where the most important aspect behind this one. So, and that's why Guru Granth Sahib advised that man ki mat tyag. Yani you have to don't run after the mind because as it is, but once the mind is divine in nature, or it is having a ingredient of divinity, then it is something like that you have followed the real teachings or the you can say the spirituality which is coming from the divinity which is coming from the God, and it is being directed by that, nothing will go wrong. And that is a background. With this background, I'll go through some of the slides what we have made it. Okay, you can go to next slide. The first slide, you can go to next slide. Hello, you can go to next one. Yeah. So first slide, what I've tried to put is the mental health through spiritualization. And just now I mentioned, just like for the body, we need a food, proper food. If we don't have a proper food and the right food, body will become so-called sick. It will not be having good health. It will be unwell. Same way, the mind also needs a food, and that is what the food is spiritual food. And this is spiritual food will make it, bring it inner peace. Once the mind is calm and cool, naturally your actions are going to be very cool, and it will provide compassion, love, peace, healing, and it will be responsive, not very active, and that's what we need in the this one. And this is nothing but it is a whatever we do, it is the expression of mental well-being or mental health. So they are only uh, the spiritualization of the mind will bring the well-being of the mind. Next slide is Next slide, we are trying to put that what is spiritualization. We all know that. I don't have to elaborate, but basic idea of spiritualization is to bring you always in a high spirit. The way I have just now defined that whatever the adversities comes, even then you are taking it as a you are going to remain composed and contented so that you can do what good actions are there, which is going in the direction of welfare of human being in general and also definitely your personal also. The next slide. There have been traditional approaches that wherever we find that there is a mental health at stake, medicines are given, other techniques are also given. But most of the time now we are finding it very effective that we go through yoga, we go through the meditations and other things. These are more effective compared to this so-called medical treatment and other things. And this one is there that whatever you are wanting to do through the additional different means than the spiritualization, what is happening is we are going to suppress it. And anything which is suppressed can always come out. But if it is derooted, and this derooting is only can be done by the path of spiritualization, so that you are just removing from that root and putting in a new root for that, and that forms the basis. That's why this spiritualization of the mind is much more effective, or it is the only way. In fact, I feel definitely it is the only way really that you can really make the of the mental health very nice and very to the standard what is required. Otherwise, other means are only a temporary measures. It can suppress, and again we have to work on that. Whereas if you do the spiritualization of your mind through this having faith in the God and following the techniques of meditation, yoga, this and that, then automatically and aligning yourself to will of the God, when you do that, automatically it will always remain, if fresh, it will always remain in a very extremely good health, and it will be a well-being of the mind. Next slide. See, this mental health will bring to the what we say the contentment and the compose, and it will bring to your level of working, or you as a human being and your personality will be something equivalent of you are not having a fear of anything. Any trouble which comes, you are not taking it as a trouble, you're taking as a God's will and taking as a challenge and combating it. And that is what it's a mindfulness. It will be active, mind will remain active, and it brings the so-called steadiness in the action and commitment and the dedication to the real aim of the life, which is serving humanity. And we have also said that this can be done as a process by self-reflection, journaling, and other techniques. What we have done over here can be a very powerful means to a means how do we really spiritualize our mind. Next slide. Here also, definitely, I am saying the same thing that it improves the mental health and it reduces the stress, anxiety, and by just accepting the divine order and work the way it is there. Why? Because one thing is very clear in this world: nothing is going to happen which will not to happen. This is the will of God. We have to accept that, and accepting that when you start working with the divine power within you through the mind and your body works on that, naturally it will be in the right direction only. And this definitely will give you inner peace. It will also give you well-being of yourself and well-being of others. And it gives definitely increases the sense of the purpose for which we are in this world. So with these few words, I leave to the all of you if you have any questions. So it will always, this specialization of mind will definitely work for higher goals. It will being empowered by the divine energy. So we actually draw energy from the God, not limited by our own so-called uh, sources or our own energy. It is a divine energy and which is continuously coming to us. And it's a power which make all the difference. Thank you very much. I think I have not exceeded your time. Hello.
Yeah, you are on time or
Yeah.
even much earlier. We still have 15, 16 more minutes.
Yeah. So you said 20 minutes, so I tried to compose in that. But it's better we discuss this because this point
Sure.
need to be discussed more rather than a single way of presentation.
Yes,
I
Bhatia
only
sir.
brought that how do we tune our mind to remain it in a good health and it meets purpose of the life. That's the main behind it.
Yeah. Thank you, Bhatia sir. Thank you. The session is open for discussion. Please
Yes, sir.
unmute yourself and can
Yes,
share
sir.
your thoughts and reflections. Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. It was nice presentation, but sir, I am
Yeah.
a
Bhatia,
strong believer of God.
only can you please come on video if you can?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a second, sir.
Yes.
Lord Krishna is coming.
It was a
Really, there is
really
Lord
very,
Krishna. Yes.
sir. It was really a very nice presentation, sir. I'm a very strong believer of God, but
Yeah.
if you see, this is Kali Yuga. I have seen so many colleagues or so many people who are
Mm.
not that very spiritualistic or not that very karma oriented. They
Yeah.
do lot of wrong things and they do very well. When we have that spiritual power, we think we'll, as per your presentation also, we will succeed, we will have everything.
Yeah.
But in the real world, sometimes we feel people who are not that very, spiritualistic or not very much of karma oriented, not very much thinking of wrong things. They do wrong things and they do well in the society or whatever it, the thing. So how to sometimes no the mind questions us. These people are doing so many
Yeah.
wrong things and they are doing
Yeah.
much better than you in all the ways. What is the thing
Yeah.
like?
This
What's
is
the thing? Idea?
yes. I got the question.
Yes,
My
sir.
response to that will be see, the whole spirituality teaches us one thing. धन जियो इस जग में मुक्ति राम चित में जुद विचार. What is what we mean by that? On your lips, on your consciousness, there is always a remembrance of God. It's not that we something we have forgotten and that we are trying to remember. It is always at the behind. That itself is a true so-called meditation on the God. That we don't forget anything. See, if we are doing something, if we are doing something, it is treated as if it is not me, it is a God and I am the only channel. If I'm eating, it's not I am eating it. It's whatever action we are doing, it is not we are doing, it is a God is doing that. If that is a real meditation, I personally feel. Second thing, what happened when we are doing this, there are five vices within us which controls our mind, and because of that, there are thoughts, and because of those wrong thoughts, we take the actions because the commandment comes from the mind, whatever has been immersed there, and that will dictate to do the wrong. Wrong may be in the type, in the form, harming somebody, snatching somebody's right, all anything of that nature. That's why simultaneously you should have a fighting spirit against all these five vices within us. And this is what is most important. And that's really a true humanity where we have these people of this nature. So this is one thing. And when now the question comes, okay, you believe in this, you are doing like that, but others this one. So there we have to be responsive. They need to be trained. They need to be this one. So naturally, we accept them as it is a part of that one, and have a very responsive and this one, and approach this one to come back like that. For example, if we see injustice in or wrongs in this life, that's why we believe in Shakti and Bhakti. Bhakti actually corrects you. The meditation and another thing correct you. But when there is a need, you have to use the temporal power. Temporal power, maybe your knowledge, maybe your status, maybe political power, maybe wealth, anything. Whatever you are acquired in this world, a spiritual person, a spiritually aligned person, the God-fearing people have to use all these things to correct the wrong. That's our duty. Balance automatically will get right. That's why we are always insisting in our sessions, we have to be responsive rather than reactive. And this composed mind, good health mind, automatically will do this. Because our mind, actually our personality is representation, is the expression of our mental health. Have I answered your question, Maliji? Hello?
Yes, sir. But my question is, people who are not that spiritualistic
Yeah.
and who are doing wrong, they're doing much better than the person who is spiritualistic, the person who is much more God fearing, whatever it is.
Yeah. We have to
Yeah.
come to their rescue. Yes. With a
No,
very
yes,
love, affection, and to bring the oneness
no,
with
no,
them,
no, no,
try
no,
to
I'm
correct
not
them.
bothered. No, no, sir, I'm not bothered about them. My question is,
Mm.
a person who has a strong spiritualistic thing or a
Yeah.
strong thing must
Uh,
achieve much better things in the worldly things or whatever it is in the relation, in money, or all aspects of life. But
yes.
in this Kali Yuga, it's vice versa. People who don't care for God, who do all wrong things. You can take in
Yeah.
politicians, in any other profession, there'll be people who are doing black shift. They'll be doing a lot of wrong things, but they'll be
Mm.
doing well.
Yeah.
Why it
Okay.
is so?
Even we don't correct them, we don't correct them, we know how to protect ourselves.
No,
That's
no,
what
it's
I'm
all a
saying.
question of
We,
no, no, sir.
I got, I'm taking from slightly different angle from your saying. Except what is there happening is it has to happen in the God's will and accept that one. When you accept that and then try to work from your mental health, the spiritualized mental health, what you are taking it, you will find a solution. You will not get disturbed. You will not get this one. You will not get affected by that. For example, somebody abuses us. Immediately our internal things will this one. But if we are very much in this one accepted, they say, okay, pardon them. Forget about it. Advise it. If that doesn't work, no problem. Just advise him that do something. Don't advise also if nothing is happening, accept it and take away this one. Like just like we can say, elephant walks in the lane, the dogs bark. It doesn't care for that. Although it has got a power that it can just kill the dog just without much. This one, it has a capacity, but it doesn't use it.
Yes, sir.
So like
I
that.
think sir, I think the question is not clear, sir. Now, my question
Oh,
is,
huh,
people who are not spiritualistic, who don't
yeah,
fear God, who don't
mm,
believe God, they do all
yeah,
wrong things. I am no
yeah.
person to correct them. My question is,
Mm.
they are doing much better than people who have all these qualities. Why it is so?
Oh, that is from with reference to worldly things you are getting.
Yeah,
It is coming like that. We always feel that okay, they are not good even when they are achieving something. But what is it they are really achieving? It's all worldly things.
everything they have got
Yeah,
everything.
they
Yeah,
are achieving worldly things and they're using those worldly things for their something equivalent misuse to still do wrongs. Correct? No, that's all is the thing.
okay.
That's why we believe in this karma theory that whatever you're doing it, you have to pay for it.
So I believe, but those people won't believe.
So,
They
so
don't believe in next
yeah.
Janma. So they just say whatever is there, we'll enjoy and go.
Let them not believe. Let them not believe. See, if we believe or don't believe, it doesn't make difference. The truth is truth, which exists. Okay. I believe so that for me it is their swarga. For me, I believe that there is something else that we are going to get punished. So it is my belief. They don't believe, they don't believe. But the truth is that something happens. There no doubt. All religious people, they will say, yes, you have to face your consequences. You believe, you don't believe. Okay, I'm not bothered. So that is their belief. That itself is they have the belief that okay, they don't believe. See, it's like that. Even the Christianity, they have the concept of God and devil. Of course, most of our Indian, this one we don't feel there is something like a devil. It is only absence of the godly thing. It's like a darkness. The light is there, darkness is not there. Correct? No. So we cannot say that what is our belief. Our belief is that we have a faith in the God. We believe this, but they don't have any faith in this one. They don't believe in. But what is actually happening in the divine power, that is going to happen. It is happening. Correct? No? So if we, as a good person, we can correct that this one, we put effort. We may succeed, we may
Sir, I
not
think
succeed.
no, sir, the whole discussion is going wrong way. I think Acharya sir, Nagaraj sir can take that question.
Yeah,
My
I
question
think
is
let
self-worth.
Acharya ji,
Yeah,
somebody answer a question.
Yeah,
That is what I could
let
get.
let me intervene here.
Yeah.
I
yes,
think
sir.
Dr. Murli, the context of doing well, I think you need to make it very clear to Bhatia ji for
Yeah,
clarifying.
yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir.
doing well, is it in terms of money or is it in terms of power, in terms of fame? So
All
what?
aspects, sir. All
Yeah,
aspects.
yeah. What I understood from your question is people
Yes,
do unethical things and
yes,
they seem to be enjoying name, fame, money, everything, power.
yeah,
So
correct.
what is it? Why is it, or what is it? As you said, Kali Yuga. This is
Yeah,
where dharma
yes,
or all spiritual things are brushed
yes,
aside, and people
yes, yes,
do
yes, yes,
unethical things, and they seem to be enjoying life. That's your
yes,
question. This is
yes, sir.
how I
Yes.
understand. Yeah.
Correct, sir. Because see, when we are spiritualistic, when we have power of God, we should be doing well when compared to people who don't have that power or don't believe in that. But it's vice versa. Not all the time. Sometimes, if take in politics, people who do wrong things, who do all bribe things, who do wrong things, only they are winning and they are doing. I'm just giving an example. Similarly, in other walks of life, also, why it is so?
Yeah. The again, the value system, your value system may not match the other person's value system whom you consider is on top. So the so it is not apple to apple comparison, it is apple to oranges or apple to bananas. So I would let Bhatia sir and Acharya sir to add to this query.
Yeah.
So basically, uh, what I understood from Dr. Murali's question is people who do not care, or who are not
Yes,
fearful of wrongdoing.
yes, God or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, they seem to be uh, enjoying life, if I can put it that way. They seem to enjoy money,
enjoying
fame,
their winning. Yeah.
power, everything at the cost of others. They are not hesitant to do unethical things at the and put other people, into a lot of
Struggle or something like that.
hardships. So why is it so? That is Dr. Murali's question. Why is
Yes,
it
sir. Yes, yes, yes.
increasing more
Yes,
and more, and
the
how
answer
spirituality
for
can
this is, as you have also brought up, Kaljuga, this is what happens in this yuga. There is no doubt about it. But the question is only one, that if you cannot do this right, should we go back and we become bad? No. The second thing, one should also see, watch very clearly, whatever successes we are talking, that is all as temporal level. And we understand, we have a faith in this, all these temporal things, whatever we achieve, what is a success, maybe glory, maybe money, maybe anything, whatever by wrong means you are having, that is only to give you a temporal so-called happiness in this world. That is our belief. It does not give you the blissful life. The people who are having this spiritualization or the divine power within them, naturally, they are always in a bliss. That's what I said, that one. You remain in Nityarthi Kala, irrespective of any diversities and happen. I give you very simple examples in this one. It's a God's design. Just like in a family, when some child wants something, and we know that it is not good for that, we don't give. He or she start pressurizing that, and finally, what we say, okay, you take this and leave me. Correct or not? Same way, God, in God's design also, God has given you this blissful life. God is giving you these virtues and other things that you get aligned to me, and that you take whatever you want. Worldly pleasures will also come. The spiritual powers, this one will also come. Look and for look, both you will get it. But he said, no, no, I don't want this. I want only this. I want only this. Give me. God also say, you take it and be there only. So that's why they remain confined to the worldly treasures. So this we understand. We have that faith, this spiritual power. They don't have. So if they don't have, they suffer. Again, today or tomorrow. See what is happening. See, even some person who is really right in this one, whatever law, at last, Satyam Jayati. Even in this worldly life also, you will win over. Correct? No? You keep on doing wrong, maybe law, maybe anything. Someday you will get caught even for the worldly this one. You may not. So this is all temporary. Human life is not meant for that. We understand. They may not understand. They say that what is there in this world, that is all. So this is our film. We follow this path, they follow that path. And there is always a difference. And that's why even in the Gurbani, the Guru Granth Sahib also say, Home name naal virod hai. Doe na basi ek tha. Those do not exist in this one. Truth and falseness do not exist simultaneously. Right? They have a different domain of working. We have a different domain of working. We are choosing this domain so that we are accepted. That is our faith. He said, don't bother what happens tomorrow. Their attitude behind it is only at what happened tomorrow. I need this, I need this. That's all. Let me enjoy. So that gives you the pleasure, but it does not give you the bliss. Pleasure is a temporary one, it's a part of the bliss, but it is a subset. So if somebody wants to settle for the subset, or somebody wants to settle for a small thing, when God is giving us, the spiritual is giving it a blank check. Okay, what you want out of this one, you will achieve it. There lies the difference. So we don't have to worry. We only worry as a good person to correct them, to put them, to respond to that. Align with us. If they're not wanting it, no. Help is also useful when we want to, somebody needs it. Correct? No? So we don't have to bother, because if we start bothering for only these things, that's what I said in the list. It is a God's will and a command under which we should move. And that's a basis that elevate you high. Everything we say that we are elevated high. Why we want to go down?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
But
If
yes,
we
sir, can I add my opinion?
Yes, sir, Acharya sir. Yeah.
Yeah. First, we should know what is karma. I will switch off that.
You can log out from the second device, Acharya sir.
I will do that, sir. Today morning, we discuss about the karma in the HBL. Whatever the past life, whatever thing, everything is stored, you can find out in the Akashic record. And the last 3 sessions in that spiritual, I talk about why the spiritual people, they are suffering. You are talking about that wrong people, they are enjoying. And I was taking the subject, even Vivekananda's guru, he was also suffering from the throat cancer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Similarly, Ramana Maharishi, he was also having that. Because I already answered why we born. Before you born, in the soul contract, you want to elevate by going through all type of experience. It's not good or bad. But the soul cannot experience, so that it required the body and mind. After we born, we forget about who we are, then we become the victim of the mindset, and we say that is suffering. But the spiritual people say this is in a pathway, they choice, it is they choose. When you are studying at the fifth standard, some subject may be very hard, you resist. And the same thing, when you are in the college, it will be very easy because you are facing the challenges and taking some responsibility, being in action, and going through some experience and learning and repairing, then you are elevating the soul level. And another one thing for you, that wrong people they are enjoying, it's just like in a picture, the villain always at the starting he is dominating everything. At the end, what happened? Who is winning? Similarly, your monkey mindset is the villain, it is the darkness, and our soul is that omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. It don't have to prove. In the picture, hero want to prove, but here your soul is whole, complete, perfect. But he came here to experience that. For that, we should know the Sanchit Karma, that is the register which is having all the life. It's not the last one only. Even you don't even know how many life we already gone that. When you born to experience, some part you are taking from the soul, even from the past life. When you born, according to your date of birth, birth time, birthplace, you got something that is prarabdha karma. And according to that, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your word, your speech, your action, keep it in the reaction, and that is giving the kriyaman karma. Whatever the action you are presenting, that is the kriyaman. And how? Even if you are thinking, it is also mansa karma, mental karma. Even if you are speaking, that verbal, that is also vachika karma. And whatever the action you are performing through your physical activity, that is karma prada, karmana karma. So what I want to communicate is, it's knowing that we are not born to correct others. We are actually born here to know the truth in our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our speech, our word, our action, to experience, not resisting. If you resist, it will persist. When you accept, it will disappear. Then it is a choice. Taking responsibilities, I am the cause in that matter, not to prove. Then you are actually elevating the level so that your energy is also elevating. So suffering, definitely pain will be there, not suffering. So what I want to communicate is, when you are leaving this body, your soul is also carrying whatever this life you are doing. When you are doing the operation for the people, when the people are so gratitude, doctor sir, thank you very much, you saved that. That is also you are carrying. When a lot of people for money, they are doing wrong thing, they are also carrying to the next one. It is just like a bank account. And God is not watching everyone. He has already created the system. The system is working. What input you are putting, that will give the output. So now you can choose. Nothing is right, nothing is wrong. What is the workability you are going to get? And first one is the way you created the challenges. With the same mind, it is difficult. That is the way we are taking the solve by step by step by step. Who I am. I am having the clothes, but I am not the clothes. I am having the body, I am not the body. I am having the mind, I am not the mind. They are all the supporting who I am is that Atma. It is the part of the Paramatma. And I came here to being and causing others to elevate in the soul level also. And I'm not saying when you are experiencing, it's not leaving the finance, not even the material. That is the myth they are creating. You have to use your potential and excelling in all area of life so that you will experience all type of experience. That will accelerate your speed for elevating the soul level. Our ultimate purpose is elevating our soul level, and what input definitely it will be the output will be there. Am I answering, Murali sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yeah, we have to go through
Yeah,
this examination. This is the test. All these challenges, what wrong we are seeing that okay others. This is the test for we to get accepted.
Am I answering, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Murali.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you for asking a very pertinent question. Which, yeah, again, I think it's a value system. If I can summarize, the value system is different, and there comes a time when people may or may not come, they realize that what they have done is wrong, and they regret, and probably it will be too late to do that. And
Yeah.
yeah, what goes around comes around. What
Yeah.
goes around comes around, and once they start experiencing the bottom of the wheel, they will realize that they should not have done certain things. So as Archer sir was mentioning, the karma is passed on from generation to generation. Our ancestors' karma is something that will impact the future generations also. So if we do good, it will take care of our future generations.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
jaise
thank you,
karni
Nagaraj
vaise
sir, putting the
bharni.
point. Every day, we are not only grounding, we are removing, rectifying our DNA also through 528 Hs. And 438, we are grounding. Because whatever the ancestor property you are getting, it may be car, it may be bangla, it may be land. Similarly, they also unknowingly they did some wrong thing. That effect you are also getting. So that is the way it is cord cutting and rectifying and correcting in your Akashic record. And that is the past life regression. Yeah.
Thank you. So let us move on to the
Thank you.
mind
Thank
value quest. Thank you, Bhatia sir. Thank you for a very in-depth sharing of knowledge from Guru Bani and your own experience on the how spirituality